Hi, this is Rick Storley from New Home Sales Coach. And a few weeks ago, I'm coming back from a family vacation with a couple with my kids and my wife. And my wife says, "You know what? I want to stop at the outlet mall." And at the time, I'm reading the book "All Marketers Are Liars" by Seth Godin. And the purpose of the book, I should say, the statement that Seth Godin makes is that today as marketers, we got to tell a relevant story. And the mistake we make is when we try to focus on our products or our sticks and bricks, because you can't ever convince someone they're better, but people will listen to a story. And he has all sorts of different examples. Well, one of which is outlet malls. Because the story the outlet mall tells is that, hey, look, you can come here and get these really high quality, expensive items for these bargain basement prices. And so people flock to them and they spend their money and they see this huge markup with this markdown to almost nothing. They think, wow, I got a great deal. And he says, well, that's the story. But the reality is, this is a bunch of junk made for outlet malls and it's become a huge revenue center for a lot of retailers today. So my wife, as she's listening to this, I can see her dopper just going down and down and down. And so we drop her off. We come back and pick her up, and I said, "Well, how did it go?" And she said, "You were right. I looked around at this stuff, and it's a bunch of crap. And I don't even know if I want to go to outlet malls anymore." And right there, I said, "Wow, the light bulb is on. This is exactly what today's new home and remodeling buyers think of our market because of all this negative media attention. They think they can come and buy this high quality new home or remodeling service, and they can get at this basement bargain price." Now, what's happening is that we in the industry now we can go one of two directions. We can be like the retail outlet or the outlet mall retailer, and we can strip our product down, have low specifications, low quality, and sell it at a low price, and we can mark it up and make them feel good like they got a great deal. Of course, there's performance issues with that, and perhaps our reputation issues with that down the road. Or we're sort of stuck doing what we've always done: high quality, high price items, low cost, long term. We like it, the buyers like it. However, today's price conscious buyers are saying, no, you're too much. So I decided to put together a program on 6 steps that you can do to change the way people perceive you, these current outlet mall buyers today. Step number one is you got to tweak your website. Now, there's about 3 pages on your website that matter. You need to make sure those are optimized correctly for today's buyers. Step number two is you got to build value, trust, and relationship through a strategic nurturing program. This is before they ever meet you, before you ever sit down. This is when they're researching, just seeing who they want to consider doing business with. Because if they walk through your door and they've just met you for the first time, you're already commoditized. And when you're commoditized, the only differentiator is the lowest price. Your initial consultation, that first meeting, you've got to get one question answered first, right up front. Don't do anything else but that, but nobody's doing this. You got to create urgency, just like the outlet mall. Which carrot do you want to dangle today to create urgency? And I can guarantee you it is not an incentive, it is not a discount. Step number five: design and selection consultation. Instead of having this as being an afterthought process, move it into the sales process and use this to remove the unknowns. I'll give you some specific tips there. And step number six is handling objections and closing. You've got more or less the same price objections time and time again, but you got to handle them a little bit different today. And you got to deal with these outlet mall realtors. Man, they're awful. They're setting up unrealistic expectations. They're a huge problem today. So I put together this program, 6 steps for selling the outlet mall buyer, how to deal with and sell today's price focused buyers. It's going to be on April 6th, 11 o'clock Pacific, 12 o'clock Mountain, 1 o'clock Central, or 2 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to invite a couple of special guests: Jeremy the Machine Skoquist, owner and lead sales for NIH Homes. NIH Homes is now the top 25 or a top 25 home builder in a major market here in the U.S. And then Rob the Boy Wonder Fritz. Rob's been a consummate professional for the last 7, 8 years selling new custom homes. He's better at building relationships in today's market than anybody else I've seen. The cost is free, it's zero, it's limited to the first 100 attendees. However, so you need to make sure you register and get on the program early. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about share stories, what works, what hasn't worked, and give you some things you can do right away to help you make some more sales with these price focused buyers. The link is below to register. I hope you'll join us. Happy selling.